Declan Rice wins big at the London Awards that were really held yesterday night, and he really went ahead to win one of the biggest accolades there. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's the Arsenal News Show talking Declan Rice winning big at the London Awards that really happened yesterday night. We are going to let you know what he said and what he said about Arsenal and his start at Arsenal. Now, these London Awards have been really regular, by the way. And last year it was Martin Odegaard being voted as the best, as the Premier League Player of the Year. Bukayo Saka really went ahead to really get an award. Mikel Arteta was named the best manager in London, and you're going to see whether he's going to hit to scope it or not. Then Edu, who was voted the best sporting director in London. And these London Awards are only considering teams that stay in London and play their game of football in London. So they 100% consider that. Nothing else, you know. If you're outside London and you're performing very well, no one is going to consider. You're only considered because you are really playing in London. Now, yesterday night, we really landed on this story, but we said we aren't going to really do it later in the night. We are going to bring it to you in the hours when you guys, almost of you, are really awake. Arsenal's Declan Rice was voted the Premier League Player of the Year at the 2024 London Awards, or Football London Awards. And this is how he looked with his award. That is Declan Rice for you. And remember, even before he came to Arsenal, he was playing for a London team, that is West Ham. He went ahead to win West Ham their first trophy in close to half a century. I think they had gone 50 years plus without winning a trophy, and he went ahead obviously scooped them their trophy. And after scooping their trophy and after scooping them that trophy, he comes to Arsenal, where he's really performing very well, and his numbers are really speaking for themselves. When you look at Rice at Arsenal this season, he has gone ahead to put in what we call a tremendous and phenomenal performance, and he has gone ahead to really do the needful. In the Premier League, Declan Rice has gone ahead to play 26 games. He hasn't missed out on any single game. That's one of the qualities that imply onto a quality player. You need to be fit every time your manager needs you, and he has gone ahead to play 26 games. He has scored 4 goals and 5 assists. And by the way, all the goals that Declan Rice has gone ahead to score for Arsenal have been really important. Apart from that one, he scored against West Ham that made it 6 and capped that 6-0 win recently when they are playing in the London Derby. Now, his first goal for Arsenal came in through when Arsenal was really level with Man United 1-1, and he scored in the 92nd minute. That is Declan Rice for you to make it 2-1. Very important, getting Arsenal the lead they wanted. His second Premier League goal came in through when Arsenal was playing against Chelsea. Arsenal was trailing by 2-0. Declan Rice capitalizes onto the mistake made by Sanchez, and it was a very good goal that saw him project the ball into the bottom corner of the goal. His other goal came in through when Arsenal was playing against Luton Town. It was the winner, by the way. He scored a winner. That is Declan Rice in the dying minutes. They added 6 minutes, and I think in the 96th minute, he capitalized onto that cross that was brought in through by Martin Odegaard, and he really made it that. And the fourth goal was not all that important because it came in through when Declan Rice was really doing the needful, and Arsenal had already gone ahead to really win that game of football by 5-0, and went ahead to really score a scorcher that was curling to the bottom corner. But even his assists have been really phenomenal. When you remember his assist in the Champions League, Arsenal was really leading Sevilla by 1-0, and he really gave an assist to Gabriel Jesus, though it was due to the brilliance of Gabriel Jesus, but you give him his flowers as a player, and he went ahead obviously put in a very huge show. That is it. So this guy has gone ahead to put in a lot as a player. You know, he was going to hate to put in assists when they're playing against West Ham. I think for the Saliba goal and for the Gabriel Magalhaes goal, he was responsible for all that. And he has been really phenomenal in what he has going to hate to do. His midfield presence, he has not been doubted. He has going to hate to put in performances that everyone has not going to doubt. So congratulations to Declan Rice. He was voted the Premier League Player of the Year at the 2024 London Football Awards. Now in London, I don't think that there is any player who would have gone ahead to come close to this, because for Declan Rice, he went ahead to win a trophy last season, and I don't think that there is a London team that really won a trophy last season. Chelsea won nothing last season. Tottenham Hotspur won nothing last season, and this season they've won nothing. For all they had gone ahead to lift the Carabao Cup, and all Chelsea would have, if Chelsea would have gone ahead to win the Carabao Cup, they would have gone ahead to come into the equation to obviously coming through and really shadow Declan Rice, but they couldn't because none of those won. Crystal Palace never, Fulham never, who else? So all of the teams in London didn't obviously come close to winning anything. And last year, Declan Rice lifted something for the London team, that is the UEFA Conference League. He has gone ahead to come in at Arsenal, and he's one of those best players that you'll ever want to mention for any side that is really considering to vote for the best CDM in the world, and he's really doing great. 4 goals in the Premier League. He might make it 10, by the way, and it will be very important to have a CDM who's going to hit obviously collect 4 goals. By the CDMs have gone ahead to score very many goals this season. Casemiro is having 5. Declan Rice is having 5. I think Rodri is having like 8, 9, you know. So CDMs have gone ahead to improve the way they play this time around. They've gone ahead to see to it that they put in performances that everyone is really talking about. Now, after winning that award, and let me show you Declan Rice and on how he looked onto the floor. You know, you need to see him. This is how Declan Rice really looked onto that floor, holding that award and speaking to the media. Now, after all that, there are some questions that he had to answer to concerning his Arsenal team at the London Football Awards, and he said the following: that the team learned a lot last year. We are stronger and have more belief. When we go a goal down, we always believe we'll get back into games. It's honestly an honor to play for this club. So for Declan Rice, he's a Chelsea supporter, but he's now doing all what he's doing at the club of Arsenal, and he's performing at levels that are really elite. He has gone ahead to prove very many people wrong, and was speaking to James Green, a freelance presenter and reporter for the Sky Sports at the side of London. So he was really saying that the team learned a lot and they are really stronger, and he's one of those key factors as to why Arsenal is more stronger than how they were last season. And this is where I disagree with everyone who says that Thomas Partey, that Arsenal plays better when they're really having Thomas Partey at the single pivot. I really doubt that, because first and foremost, Partey is a good player, but he cannot be a variable. Declan Rice is a good player and he can be a variable, and he ticks all the boxes. You know, his performances have been consistent. You get? Thomas Partey has gone ahead to have bad days, but tell me a day you've gone ahead to see Declan Rice having a very bad day in office ever since he came into the club of Arsenal. Is that day there? You know, it's not there. I've seen him do performances that are really elite, and he has gone ahead to put in huge performances as a player. So that is the man himself. That is Declan Rice. And then after, he had something to say at Arsenal and how big his team has gone ahead to obviously go through and really become. He said, I think last year Arsenal were the best team in the league. They slipped up at the end, and obviously City always came on so strong. I think the word that they said now is that they can't believe they lost the league, obviously 8 points ahead. So Arsenal is a team that we went ahead to obviously lose the league to Man City. We all know that. And Declan Rice is really trying to really put on lots and lots of that. We all know that. But it is a process. People don't know that winning a trophy is a process, and you have to build the mindset and really get players right. And you see to it that the Arsenal players have gone ahead not to give up, and even a second season in a row, they are really competing for the trophy, because the table leaders are Liverpool and Arsenal are at 58 points. The table leaders are really having 60 points. That is it. So I don't downplay any effort. coming in through from the guy that is Declan Rice and the side of Arsenal. They are really living up to the expectations and they are into the best of their season. And a lot is yet to come because the return of Julian Timber, Fabio Vieira, Emily Smith-Rowe, Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, they're going to be really having a very huge squad. And trust me, if Arsenal continue to maintain most of their players fit, they are going to annihilate every team. I'm even worried. They might even come to Old Trafford and really get 3 points from me because I'm really having injuries that are really huge, But the bit of that is, United might really see all its players back. By the time we play Arsenal, it might be a fully fit squad to face Arsenal, and it's going to be one of those biggest games to really watch down there. So after that, Declan Rice had the following to say that concluded this. Declan Rice on his start at Arsenal, he said so far it couldn't have gone any better to move to such a big club for such a big price. I've really tried to to just get my head down, be myself, and just embrace it. The trajectory is only going up for Arsenal. Everyone is stronger. They have more belief. The league is so strong this year, and anything can happen. And there are 12 games to go. The main thing is we are right in it. Now, obviously, the price of Declan Rice has gone ahead to affect players that have gone ahead to be bought at that price and be taken to big teams. Look at how Anthony is struggling at Man United. You understand? Harry Maguire has been struggling at the club of Man United for very many years, and this is his 50th year at the club of Man United. But I think he's not that kind of player that you think costed £80 million compared to players like Virgil van Dijk, that really costed that much for that team, like the likes of Ruben Diaz. Then look at how Jack Grealish is struggling at Man City, £100 million player. He's really struggling, and that is not showing really progress. He comes, he gets an injury, and he's not putting in numbers because players are really having a bad stay. Jadon Sancho struggled at Man United and is now at Borussia Dortmund, and very many other players. I think Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, it's just a matter of time. They've gone ahead to coming through, and I think they're really getting things better and better. So I'm really of the thought that Arsenal is more stronger than how they were last season, and I think their squad, by the way, I think they have the best team in the league. That is it. Most balanced team in the league. Arsenal, they're having good players, and these players are of pure quality. So it's crystal clear that this team of Arsenal is going to obviously put in lots and lots of performances that we need to obviously come in through and really give a go, as they really deserve to go ahead and really get it. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. Hope you guys are really having fun wherever you go. And it has been Declan Rice. But let me try to obviously bring you some of the awards that we are really given. Ange Postecoglou dethroned Mikel Arteta from being the best manager in London, and Ange Postecoglou has gone ahead to come in through and obviously taken that award. But I think it was just all about to balance. But the best manager in London is Mikel Arteta, because he's in the Champions League, he's still there, and he is contending for the biggest trophy that any team in London would like to win. And when did London last lift that trophy, and when did they last have a team to compete for that trophy? I think this was really badly voted. You get? It was really badly voted, according to me. It should go to Mikel Arteta. He's in the Champions League and the Premier League. Those are the two most liked trophies to be won by any manager in his life. You get? So I think Ange coming in through and really putting in that performance at Spurs, and now he's deteriorating. That doesn't make him the best manager in London. The best manager in London is Mikel Arteta for me. I wouldn't really disagree with the votes, but for me, Mikel Arteta is the best manager. Then for the Premier League Player of the Year, women, Lauren James, the sister to James, who plays for Chelsea, went ahead to lift it. Then Community Project of the Year, it was the Sutton United Foundation, disability football. All right. Best goalkeeper, remember last year it was Aaron Ramsdale who went ahead to really clinch it, and this time round has gone into He's called Vicario. You know, the goalkeeper of Tottenham Hotspur. You know Vicario very well. And I really love him. You know, I really love Vicario. And I think for that they are right. Vicario, by the way, he's doing great. I've gonna hate to see him do what we call fantastic saves, world-class saves. You can call them textbook saves. And he's also a press-resistant goalkeeper. His ball distribution is really great. Super goalkeeper. And I think great job done in there for you. Then best goal, it's Michael Olise. You know, Michael Olise took the goal of the season. Declan Rice, Premier League Player of the Year. Then we had Women's Young Player of the Year was Ange's Beaver. That is it. Then we had the best English Player of the Year, Alf May. English Player of the Year, Alf May. All right. What else have I gonna hate to miss out? I think outstanding contribution to London football, Harry Redknapp. That is it. So that's how it went down at the London Awards, and Arsenal went ahead to clinch one. But last season, almost all the awards went to Arsenal. Best goalkeeper, best player. Best goalkeeper was Aaron Ramsdale. Best player was Declan Rice. Best player was Martin Odegaard. And Bukayo Saka, he was in the mix. Mikel Arteta was also in the mix. They took almost 5 awards back with them, but this time around has been Declan Rice representing Arsenal, and he scoops the huge award of the night, and I think he deserves it. He has gone ahead to act a lot as a good player, and he has gone ahead to obviously see himself really thriving to where he deserves to be. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David has been my name. What are your thoughts about Declan Rice winning big at the London Football Awards? And what do you make about the other awards? You know, do you believe that Ange Postecoglou is the best manager in the city of London? I say no. I think Mikel Arteta really had to take it. And others and others and others. Best goal, who do you think has the best goal in London? Was it Olise? All that and more into the comment section below. Juma Karim to the Muslims. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. 1st of March, and we are charged like never before. Bye-bye.